Thunderbird is a term used in cryptozoology to describe large, bird-like creatures generally identified with the Thunderbird of Native American tradition. Giant pterosaur-like birds have been reported in Louisiana. Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States, who is probably our most accomplished man in public life as well as the most versatile, set up the Lewis and Clark expedition to Louisiana to see if mastodons or any other prehistoric animals discovered as fossils still existed alive in remote North America. Native American mythology. In Choctaw mythology, there were two huge birds. Helloa would lay her giant eggs in the clouds, and they would rumble as they rolled around atop the clouds. Despite his size, her mate, Balatha, was extremely fast and left a trail of sparks as he streaked across the sky, comparable to the Robin Lights of New Guinea. Lewis and Clark expedition. Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States, who was probably our most accomplished man in public life as well as the most versatile, believed that prehistoric animals were still living in the remote Louisiana territory. He set up the Lewis and Clark expedition to Louisiana to see if mastodons or any other prehistoric animals discovered as fossils still existed alive in remote North America. Unfortunately, no living fossils were found. 1978 giant bird attacks cattle. A man who claims to be a witness to another giant bird sighting in the Deep South came forward. Terrell Wilson, a 44-year-old business owner from Alabama, told Cryptozoology News that the event was also witnessed by other members of his family in the woods of Marthasville, Louisiana, in the spring break of 1978. Our great-uncle Buddy and our grandfather told us that my Uncle Buddy was having some of his cattle killed and mutilated by a large bird, Wilson recalls. As kids, we were thinking they were just trying to scare us. Wilson says that, curious about the story, he, his brothers, and cousins ventured into the woods looking for the alleged creature. So we went that afternoon through the woods to the back pasture where the cattle were. When we got to the edge of the woods, we could see the herd grazing. A few minutes later, at the back edge of the pasture, a very large, black, grayish bird came out of the woods and into the pasture. The bird, says the man, was about 100 yards away, featuring large wings and a big head, and standing on its legs was about 8 feet tall. It had feathers on its wings and was more fowl than reptilian. The sighting reportedly lasted about 1 minute. It came and us stood there for a few seconds, and then the cattle saw it and got spooked. We didn't recognize the cattle stampeding at first because we were in awe of what we were seeing. When we finally realized that the cattle were stampeding and running towards us into the woodline, we took off running back towards the house, said Wilson. Pterosaur sighting in 2013. On October 10, 2013, a lady in Slidell, Louisiana had seen a flying creature just 2 hours earlier. A frightening experience, and had received no help from the police or the wildlife fisheries. She was outside when she heard the strange sound, a loud crow-like call, but when she looked overhead, she was shocked to see something very unlike a crow. It had no feathers, but it did have small teeth in its beak. She also saw a long neck and something like long hair or something suggesting that. The flying creature looked prehistoric. The lady started wondering if she were hallucinating, but took no chances as she quickly left the area, afraid the creature might bite her.